Welcome to additional Smart Chat. I hope all is well. And it's going on 2 weeks without Miami Dolphin football. And I thought to myself, kind of as a year-end wrap up as far as Miami Dolphin, on the season, kind of put a bow on the season there. I want to rank Miami's units from best to worst. I guess I'll give you top five. Number one for me are the pass catchers. High hopes for this group in 2015. Under 2016, under Gase, it kind of materialized. You had a three-headed monster there: Jarvis Landry, Kenny Stills, Devontae Parker. The Dolphins, I think, saving grace at most times during the season was their playmakers. And making plays over the field is exactly what this group did. Jarvis Landry continued to hold himself to a high standard. Strong season. 94 passes. He caught 94 passes. Over 1,000 yards. With that being said, Gase was able to spread the ball around. Landry obviously had the highest volume of targets, but Kenny Stills and Devontae Parker were more noticeable with Miami's offense this year as opposed to last year. Kenny Stills reeled in 9 touchdowns during the 2016 season. Devontae Parker, he impressed me despite dealing with nagging injuries at the beginning of the season. And the tight ends for Miami, it managed to give Adam Gase some semblance of a tight end threat, as the season wore on. Jordan Cameron, the investment, it won't be what the Miami Dolphins had hoped it would when we signed him in the 2014 season. Guys like Deion Sims, Gray, they did a respectable job in holding down the fort at tight end for Miami this season. You look at the running backs, that's number 2 for me. Through the first 4 games, of the season, the ground game resembled, close to nothing. Gase selected to have a run offense that went by committee, and because of that, the Dolphins they failed to find a rhythm. By week 6, we had found our running back, the primary guy, J-Train there, and that was his coming out party. Boy, did the Dolphins have fun. He rushed for 204 yards. And that is a victory against the Steelers. That was a season-changing victory. He then followed it up with another 200-yard rushing against the Buffalo Bills there. When we lost Mike Pouncey, the run attack, they suffered as a result as well. The ground game became inconsistent through the rest of the season. But you gotta like what you see from the J-Train going forward. Special teams, number 3 for me. Solid. It's been solid even in the years when the overall team wasn't. Walt Aikens, underperforming safety, into a special teams ace. We have a dynamic duo, I think, in our kick return game for years to come. Drake, Grant, they flashed ability to change a game in an instant throughout the season. Grant suffered with ball security while attempting to field punts. But we shouldn't be giving up on him. The defensive line is number 4 for me. Sue, Cameron Wake, Pro Bowlers heading to Miami, to Orlando to represent the AFC. There's more to the Dolphins front 4 than just 2 Pro Bowlers. Andre Branch proved to be a revelation as the season went on. Actually, kind of we turned for the better once he went in the starting lineup alongside Cameron Wake. Listen, I know our defense wasn't anywhere perfect, but the insertion of those 2 edge rushers gave the Dolphins pass rush a jolt. You look at the signing of Mario Williams, a former first overall pick, coming off a down year in Buffalo, where he only produced 5.5 sacks. There was so much talk about his departure from Buffalo, of him being rejuvenated and primed to, kind of ready to prove all the naysayers wrong. Unfortunately for Miami, never materialized for Williams as a Dolphin. Recorded a career worst 1.5 sacks and was invisible for most of the season. Number 5 is the quarterback. Keep in mind, number 5 is the quarterback, number 6 was the offensive line, 7 was the defensive back, 8 was the linebackers, and the top 8 there. But I'll leave it at 5. Okay, let me be perfectly clear. You need a franchise quarterback to win Super Bowls. I still don't think Ryan Tannehill is a franchise quarterback. Truth is, Gase didn't fix Ryan Tannehill. What the Dolphins did was put Ryan Tannehill in the right spots to succeed and built the game plan that suited the strength of Ryan Tannehill. First 5 games definitely weren't pretty, but once Gase and Tannehill got on the same page, we saw what Adam Gase believed from the moment he arrived in Miami. He thinks that Miami could win with Tannehill at quarterback. He posted career highs in terms of completion percentage and quarterback rating. You're left to wonder what a healthy Ryan Tannehill could have done in Pittsburgh. I still don't see it, but I did see an improvement. But to me, it's not that much where you would... wasn't wowed, and I don't think that he's a franchise quarterback. Nonetheless, if I'm being fair, quarterback is the rounds off top 5. Truth be told, too, what we've seen from Matt Moore, nothing to laugh at. Matt Moore will always be remembered for a guy that helped the Dolphins snap their longest playoff drought in franchise history. I hope everything is well. Look forward to doing some more Dolphin videos for you in the off season. Until next time, let's go Miami.